Yeah. Christopher, I like your style. Dig it, Justin. Hey, Jeremy, how you doing? So I made a I made a small error that I'm gonna be correcting in a couple of moments. So bear with me. That's actually the first thing I'm gonna do before I get into any breaks today. Ice cream. Okay, Barry, I can dig it. I can dig it. That would have to be 3 a.m. I woke up in the middle of the night. And not 3 a.m. I just got out of the club. So I like where your head's at, man. I dig that too. Definitely. Steve's on the pizza. What's up, Steve? No, Jeremy, I just apparently yesterday's Bowman Chrome HTA box was a 5 and I only grabbed 4. So I'm going to break a live and do a part 2 to that video. Because I owe Dina and Jesus one more box for a break. So what I'm going to do is actually right now, I'm going to explain it, and we're all just going to take a quick peek at this box for them. And you're going to be my live audience to prove that it was live. That way there's no, humbuggery. It looks bad that we missed a box, so I wanted to wait live. I didn't want to just record one and do it. I figured I'd do a live one. That way nobody can say, oh, he just grabbed any random box, did 4 or 5 different takes until he found one with nothing in it. So, all the conspiracy theorists. So I loaded up everything. We're going to do it with an explanation. So this is an impromptu part 2 video. Some astute people noticed that yesterday during the 2019 Bowman Chrome Baseball HTA Choice 5-box break, DC, in his growing clumsiness, his inability to get it right from home, only grabbed 4 boxes. So this is going to be the 5th box to complete that. So this is for Jesus and Dina. We're gonna keep everything the exact same. We're just gonna tack on one more video with 1 extra box for you two, and then I will get this shipped and ready. So, without any further delay, since you've been delayed enough already, and I do apologize for my error, here's box 5 of yesterday's break for you two. I will get this added to what we already pulled. Thankfully, I have not yet boxed that up. That is what's going to happen after I get off today. All right, good luck, you two. Hey, Scuba, how you doing? Tacos, pizza. There we go. That is Seth Beer. AL West goes to Jesus. James Bork, Washington. And Deivi Garcia, $4.99. That's the AL East. All right, and I don't have my cheat sheet with me. They're the NL East. All right, so those went to Jesus. So Jesus is the one that missed out on the 3. So those will be in the order, Jesus. Again, my apologies for making that error. I'm glad somebody caught it, or else I would have been looking at 1 extra box of HTA and had no idea where it went. Would have been very confusing when I did my inventory tonight after we got off. JQ, explain, man. Come on, Q. What's the other? Mitchell's like, I want multiple tacos. I'm grabbing like a 6-pack of tacos, 1 for every beer. Wings, wings, wings. And ice cream. Well, see, here in Buffalo, it's just assumed the wings are going with the pizza. So, that is just a Buffalo thing. Wings come with everything. I think they give you wings when you buy a car. Like, oh, hey, thanks for buying the car. Here's a gift certificate for some free wings. Cherry Garcia. That's one of the ones I haven't tried. Listen, if you guys want to fill some time with talking, let's talk about Ben and Jerry's. I'm a fat guy. I eat some Ben and Jerry's. Um, I am. I have a couple favorites. I'm a pig. I have a couple favorites. Um, Half Baked is one of my favorites. Everything but the. Chubby Hubby, which is just ironic, I guess. Those are some of my favorites. I know it's gonna be a good week when my wife brings home Ben and Jerry's. It's like, oh, treat. Clear cut is a great idea. There's only 15 cards in there, so the sorting would take me about 5 minutes. I agree. You should fill the clear cut. All right, I posted my oopsie video, so that's going to be up for Jesus and Dina to see. Listen, I don't claim to be perfect. This is new territory for all of us. Little frozen custard, some cookie. I love cookie dough, yep. Oh yeah, you guys are speaking my language. Here's another nugget I want to send out to my hockey people. I may or may not, i.e., I did. I grabbed the 5 boxes of Allure that are listed as to be announced. It's a 5 box 4-slot division break. Now, it is no vet base, but it's only $102. So you're getting a whole division. You're getting 25% of the hockey league for $100 on a 5-box break with free shipping. I'll let that one sink in for a minute. I grabbed it even though it may or may not have been something I, could have grabbed. I chose to grab it just as something extra. It was handy. I saw it. I knew that it was going to be announced. So if anybody was interested, you can get into that Allure, and I will break it tonight. I would Q wants me to be more direct. There is a to be announced Allure Hockey. It's a 4-spot random division. So 4 division break. It's 5 boxes. It's $101.95 a division. So you're basically getting roughly 25% of the NHL for $100. It's no vet base being sent, which, let's be honest, it's mostly rookies anyway. But I did grab it in case people would want to break it as kind of a little extra bonus thing to have hanging around on a Friday. Allure usually has some pretty decent stuff. 5 boxes is a pretty nice, it's about a half a case, pretty much. So, just throwing that out there in case anybody got a wild bug up their butt. Have you and a couple of friends go in on it. I did grab it, even though it's not on the dated schedule. Listen, nothing is going to beat Q's burn that he gave me yesterday. I am still rubbing aloe ointment on it It is painful, and it covers 2/3 of my body. I did send today. Tops received the final video from David Adams Card World that I did. Before we sent it in, we did want to reshoot it. The first part is a little blurry. Well, I shouldn't say blurry, a little. The lighting causes it to look very soft. That would be the technical term. It looks a bit soft. Because my lighting is crap here. But we didn't have time to reshoot it on a phone or anything else that could compensate for that. So admittedly, the first half is just a little fuzzy. But Tops was shot back a message to Dan, and Dan shared it with me. Tops was thrilled with the video and specifically gave a shout out saying that they were impressed with my breaking voice. So that gave me a warm fuzzy. It's not every day some of the people that run the industry. Oh, look, I rolled a natural one. Will give you a shout out like that. So, yeah, very fan. I was like, hey, all right, DC. People know. People know now. On the flip side, Jason LaConfora did not reach out to us for a break. So, Jason, if you're out there and you're listening, man, hit us up. I can schedule private ones. Tacos all day. What's up, Miku? So instead of doing just votes for other, I figured putting explain other would just make it more fun, give us a little more interest in the chat. I've had an overall pretty good day. I'm going to be a little bit talkative. So hopefully it's a little bit more like it was before we left. It's Friday. I'm excited to rest for the weekend. Every break that was done this week will be finished today. I was hustling like you wouldn't believe over the last 3 days. Gypsy Queen. I broke a pack of Gypsy Queen for the video, as a matter of fact, and it was unremarkable. They only gave me one pack. I didn't think to go back and ask for a couple more, so I was basically, I had to do it in one take. Thankfully, I was able to knock it out. There's only two tiny hiccups in the second half. It'll be almost unnoticeable to somebody who didn't see the script I wrote myself. But I did misidentify a team and almost say the wrong thing, and I had to stop and look at the card again. So there is a brief moment where I stop and go, that's the Braves. But other than that, it went well. Yeah, man. I have... What is the first name on it? Oh, man. I think I know what it is. But I want to hear you say it just so I'm right. Oh, yeah, we did I did a couple of Inception. I think I did a case of Inception. Oh, never mind, Graham. I know exactly which one's yours. Forget it. It's right there. Yes, Miku. So, go to the David Adams card site. On the very top, you'll see it actually says click here for your personal breaks. It's a pretty good selection. Just pick stuff that's on the list under that personal break area. It's set aside separate from everything else. So everything that's on that list, click break live, and basically build your cart with things that you want to break live. So it's I've already got like 6 or 7. I'm gonna do one right now because G Money is here with us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've gotten a bit of a personal break here. Personal break, stay at home edition. This one's going out to the G-Man. Hanging out in the chat, we have 2019 Archive SIG Series Retired Player. Good luck, man. He said, I saw you breaking these. And you had a ton of 101s. You are right. Out of that, I had 6 out of 10 were 101s. Not to brag, it was just a fact. Yours is out of 79. It's actually Cleveland Indians first baseman, Mike Hargrove. Ah, there it is. I had a feeling he played for the Rangers. There it is. Yeah. Yeah. I saw the name and I was like, why do I remember that now? I'm 40, so I was watching baseball in the early 80s before I jumped over to hockey and football. Yep. And I remember that he was a Ranger in the 70s, but I remember his name being tied to that. Good stuff. That is the only thing with with a retired edition. It's going to be a lot of the players. Well, I shouldn't say a lot. There's a good number of players that are from a hot minute ago. Let me. Yeah, here you go. Although it does have, it did have ones of people that were just recently retired, so there are some locals. Let me pop that in a protecting sleeve and into a envelope for you. Work as I go. Save me time. Yeah, that's a good one. Dang, I should have put Easter candy in there. Because right now, that's what everybody is. Yep. That is valid. I missed an opportunity there. Boom, and just like that, yours is done and ready to ship for Monday. Actually, I have a picture. I'll show it to you. This is what I dropped off yesterday. For those who are wondering, what I've been doing as far as getting your shipment stuff ready. Yes, there are. If you head to the site, Graham, there are a few things. I also have some Allure hockey. It's a 5-box break, but it's divisions. There's only 4 divisions. So for about $100, you can snag an entire hockey division. That stuff hits pretty well. Here's the picture. I'll make sure there's nothing that I can't show you in it. No, I can show you all that. So this is what I dropped off yesterday. So for people that are wondering where their orders are, almost everything was turned in. That is just shy of 90 packages that I did from from Tuesday to Thursday. Everything that was done broke from Tuesday to today will be in Monday. That'll be probably only maybe 50, 40, maybe 40 packages. So if you wonder what takes so long, that, my friends, is photographic proof of what takes so long. And that's just 1 week's worth of breaks. Not even a full week's worth of breaks. In addition to going live for 4 hours. So, yes, my friends, I am definitely hustling behind the scenes. And then, bless it, Sean has to go in. I write all of the invoices on there. Sean has to go in, print the invoices, and attach them. So Sean is working just as much when it comes to the shipping aspect of it too. Just gonna put this there. When he handed, he's like, "Hey, you got a definitive break." I was like, yes. Everybody who got into this, yeah, Alex is doing the service. He's actually handling the orders and making sure I get the orders to me. So Alex is doing his part. But I think Alex, I'll speak for him here. I bet you he's pretty excited not to be sorting and putting things in envelopes, honestly. I would wager he's happier doing what he's doing at the moment as opposed to just boxing up stuff and sending it. We try, man. We try. It's only temporary, so we can get it done. Actually, let me see this definitive. Nice. So 6 divisions, we got 5 different people in it. That's gonna be fun. If you guys snagged a spot in this definitive, oh, it's so nice. So nice. Graham, oh, goodness. I can't comment on that. Let me just... I gotta be judicious. I know because I've in conversations, off conversations with people that I work with, they've said things inadvertently that I picked up on that let me know that there's lots of people watching my show that work for the company. So, here's what I can say. That break has the potential of making you very rich very quickly. I don't want to be the person that breaks it. I will request that it's not me. I will ask that it's Sean. I don't want to handle the cards. I don't want to see the cards. I don't want to touch the cards. That is I'm not going to say a monumental break. It is an extremely rare break. And that is an extremely expensive pack of cards. Exactly. Gloves on and face masks before they were trendy. On like foam so that there's no way that anything, I mean, they're rounded edges so that you don't have to worry about that. But I digress. Here's the other thing. We're also getting them graded. We're grading them for you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's true. G, that's true. You don't mind if I call you G, do you? Um, we're grading them too, which means we're sending them out. Can you fathom how expensive the insurance alone is going to be on that package that we're sending to have that graded? Oh my, especially if we hit something big, because we're obviously going to insure it. It's our butts on the line. We'll have to insure it both ways. We'll have to insure it to whoever's grading it and insure it back. It is going to cost a fortune for now this is, I'm speculating. It's going to cost us a fortune. I don't want any part of that, man. Nope, I don't want to touch it. I would have to say, if like, hey, we want you to open, I'd have to be like, I'm gonna respectfully decline. I'm putting it on recording right now. I respectfully decline to open that. I don't even want to be in the room. Maybe I'll be in the room. Maybe I'll ask to be in there on my own time. I have no idea, Vince. I know they pulled some stuff off the site, because there were things pulled. There were actually some of our breaks that were pulled and refunded because of everything that was going on. We did refund it and stop some things. A lot of orders from a lot of the companies, we can't get our hands on stuff. So some things got pulled just so that we can fulfill internet orders, because Pokemon's crazy right now. Sword and Shield just completely rejuvenated everything. But gee, yeah, man. Here's my biggest fear. Out of those 60 cards, aren't 20 of them land? Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about, Jeremy. Yeah, that was I think they pulled that one. That's because that was the yeah, not the Sword and Shield. That would have been the original that had the possibility of all of the originals. Pikachu, Charizard, Squirtle. It had all like the OG cards in the set. If I'm thinking of the right one. I don't, yeah, Shadow, yeah, yep. Yeah. I think, isn't that also the one that has Mew and Mewtwo in it, or no, Mewtwo? Mewtwo? Mew. Mewtwo's the better one. One of those. Yeah, but one of those cards are a couple, literally hundreds of thousands of dollars for a 10. No? I'll have to look it up. I'm too old to know Pokemon. Pokemon was after my time. Oh, I watch our competition all the time so that I know what not to do. There's some of our competition that does a fantastic job. I'm not going to trash talk a lot of my competition. I will tell you there's quite a few guys that do some really great things. And there's one person that I generously steal from. Because he's somebody that I've been breaking with for probably 6, 7 years. Gee, I get it. My brother had quite a few of the OG set. Um, yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! My brother had almost the complete original set of Yu-Gi-Oh! And his Blue Eyes White Dragon would buy a house now. Yep. Absolutely. I am going to say this unabashedly. I actually like the Yu-Gi-Oh cartoon. Even though I was in my teens when it came out. It was actually entertaining, and what you saw in the cartoon is actually how the game was played. You could actually even buy the arm thing, huge deck fan, whatever they call it. So I liked that they managed to make it the same. Yeah, Pokemon was a bit after me. Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, I was alive for Magic when that came out. I was in high school for Magic. That's to tell you how old I am. I went to high school in the 90s. Early 90s. What's up, Derek? So Magic was around when I was in high school in the early 90s, whenever it came out and such. And I vividly recall there was a gentleman who was in my high school, who was a senior when I was a sophomore. Um, and of course, our school had a magic club. But he had all of them. He had the Black Lotus. He had the Jester's Mask, I think it was called. Um, he had actually two Black Lotus. He had one that he played, and one that he saved. And I'm wondering these days what happened to that. I wonder if he kept them or if he sold them, because they did have a resurgence about 10 years ago. It was like, oh, 10 grand you can get a Black Lotus. Oh, wow, look how expensive it is. Now it's like it's 100 grand. So I'm wondering if he dumped them when the first resurgence happened. I mean, I don't even remember the kid's name. I just remembered he had all of them. All of them. Alpha, beta, everything. He had them all of them. I didn't get started into Magic, really get started into Magic, until 10, which was basically the best of edition. Because they were making basically the 10 edition was awesome. It was a lot of the classic cards, and since it runs on cycles, only for like 2 years or two sets worth, you can play organized legal decks with. So by bringing back the best of, they were able to basically have these epic tournaments with making all these cards legal again. I had a metric ton of 10, and I dumped it. I got rid of it because I never played it. I think I took, God, maybe I think it was $200 in store credit to give them like 1,000 cards, because I didn't care. They were just sitting. And I was getting into HeroClix. So I think I ended up trading a bunch of Magic cards for 2 cases of HeroClix. I loved playing HeroClix. There is one place to play it around here. I just usually my Saturday mornings are too busy. Wow. Okay. So there's only 2 spots left in that Allure 5 box break that we can open today. So if you are interested, there's 2 boxes. There's 2 slots. So somebody bought half of one, half of the break. So if you are interested in cracking that today, I will definitely. I like Allure. I'm not. I like Allure. I will definitely break that today if somebody grabs the other 2 spots, or if 2 of you each grab 1 spot. You may want to communicate in the chat to make sure nobody overbuys it. Oh, cool. See, there you go. Jeremy grabbed one. Somebody grabbed another one. There's two left. Allure's fun. I've said it before. I'm not just saying it now because it's here. Allure's a lot of fun. Oh, sorry, Ron. It's 3 a.m. What are you eating? Pizza, tacos, or other. And if you choose other, instead of a vote, you just gotta explain what you're eating. Papa says tacos. Chief checked in briefly yesterday with us. Hopefully he hit up the site and is going to do a personal so that he can start hanging out with us again. Because he was a lot of fun. Jeremy, no, nothing more needed to say, man. Cheeseburger, cheeseburger. Dig it. I have utmost faith that the hockey is going to sell out. That I'm already starting the spreadsheet. That is how certain I am those other two spots are going to sell. Oh, so there you go. Somebody grabbed him. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. A division for $100 on a 5-box break. I think that's 10 guaranteed hits. Yeah, that was an easy decision. That's why I grabbed it. He said that he was going to put up some stuff and to grab it if I could. I saw that one. I was like, I'm absolutely grabbing that. I'm absolutely grabbing that. Cool and the gang. Forgive me, just for space, the keyboard is under the camera. It's the only place it really fit. White Castle. Terry, I lived in Indiana, and that was the first place I got to try White Castle, and I understand completely now. They have the chicken rings. The chicken rings. Oh, man. It's so good. Pizza. Pizza. Pizza? You're eating... Pizza's eating himself. There's something questionable about that, but we're gonna go with it. Oh yeah, I can see that, man. I dig that. Yeah, it was, and here was cool. So I walked into White Castle. It was the first White Castle. I'm from Buffalo. We don't have them. So I walked into White Castle. It was the first place in Indiana that I stopped at. I'm in Indianapolis, and I just moved there. And I was like, I don't have anything in the kitchen. I was going to go out. And I knew I had seen the White Castle when I drove by. I thought, oh man, finally a White Castle. This is going to be great. And I walked in, and it was early. It was like the place had just opened. So it was early, and I'm like staring at the menu, and the girl must have seen it in my face. She goes, and just like this, she goes, "Sugar, is this your first time in a White Castle?" I was like, yeah, it is. And she's like, I'm gonna hook you up. She basically gave me one of everything for free to try. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna get. She goes, honey, you gotta try it. So she gave me the classic, a little mini classic. She gave me two chicken rings. One, I think one's like spicy or Cajun, one's regular. And then she gave me, I don't remember what the other thing was. And I was like, I want four of all of those. It was great. But they were really cool. It was like the only place I ever walked into, and they're like, "You never been here before? Here, try one of everything, so you know what it is." And it's like, really? I was like, sweet. I don't even like onions, but I'll eat them on a White Castle. Light onions. I can't go heavy. But they whatever they do to their onions, the way they caramelize them. I digress. It's good stuff though. If you have the means to go to a White Castle and you never tried it, try it once. I recommend the chicken rings. Crystals. I've had Crystals. I've had Carl's Jr. I've had Hardee's. Both Hardee's. Well, Hardee's and Arby's. I've had Waffle House. I lived right by a Waffle House. Um, yeah. Slide in, Jesse. You're correct. You're definitely correct. Ah, that's what it is. That's why. No, it's 19 definitive. But yeah, it was it was great. So I have a very fond memory of my first ever White Castle. They were just some of the nicest people in the world, and I went there quite a few times. Yeah, I no longer have a White Castle near me. Um, but man, oh man, that was the stuff. I have not had an In and Out burger. Those aren't those West Coast? Fun fact, you may find this hard to believe. I've never been to the West Coast. The closest I ever got to West Coast was Vegas, and I definitely didn't eat any fast food in Vegas. I spent so much money on eating the highest end food I could find. That's my thing. I'm a bit of a foodie. Again, I'm an out of shape, doughy human. I love food. Yeah, I heard they're like the creme de la creme of fast food. When it comes to burgers, they're like that's the spot to get the burger. There was a place that was in the South called Backyard Burger. They're pretty good. All right, Dave. Gotta if you're picking other, gotta explain why. Round as a That's right. I have the body of a deity. The deity is Buddha. Some shredded cheese. I have at 3 in the morning. I've eaten worse. I've eaten things where you're just So honestly, if it's 3 a.m. full. First of all, the bars in Buffalo, in Memphis, okay, Backyard Burger was good. They went public, and I was gonna buy stock in them, and just as I was getting ready to buy stock, they ended up being bought out. Somebody basically bought control of them, and they liquidated their stock. And I was like, oh dang, it was so good. Um, so here in Buffalo, the bars close at 4 a.m. instead of 2, where it is most of the rest of the country. So for us, it's what are you eating at 5 a.m. We would usually drive the 45 minutes to an hour to, well, not usually. For rare occasions, we would drive up to Rochester and get a garbage plate, and that was just like heaven. And it was worth the hour there and worth the hour back. Or if I had some friends that were in a fraternity, I would have them send the pledges on the drive for us and just have them deliver my food, because I usually knew somebody that was in Sig Ep every year that I was out in the business. Cereal, dig it. You know what? Yeah, I've had a lot of Whataburger. There's no consistency at Whataburger. And I say that and I say that because there are Whataburgers that are way better than other ones. It is open 24/7. That's right. There isn't a lot of like, you can go to a Whataburger in Houston and it's gonna taste much different than a Whataburger in Katy. White Castle in Vegas, like that. I like that a lot. Oh, nice Polish sausage. I can dig that. I can dig that. Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. Honey butter chicken biscuits. That's right. See, you guys are talking about food. Now we get conversation going in here. You wanna get me going? You wanna get me participating in the chat? We're talking about food. We're good. Steak and Shake. Oh yeah, have had quite a few Steak and Shake. In when I was in Ocala, Florida, I when I was acting, that was our kind of go-to late night thing. Um, we had a really cool setup going. Um, we had a theater. We had an entire theater that we helped rebuild. We brought it back to we renovated it to look like it originally did when it had opened back in the, I don't know, 40s or 30s, whenever it was. I've lost track of my memory of when the thing was. But one of the perks, we were basically not only actors, we were also kind of staff for the theater. It was called the Marion Theater. Um, one of the perks is basically like us and the people who were managing the building and basically controlling the building. He was a young guy who was a director out in L.A. He had done some stuff. I'm not going to name drop. And he was an avid Xboxer. Um, so we would play Call of Duty on the movie screen. We would sit like dead center of the theater with the surround sound, and we would play. We called it the Midnight Gamers. We would play from when our show ended at like 11 to like 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Call of Duty, all the Call of Duties as they came out in succession. We were playing Call of Duty. And we would play fours. It would be just the four of us, and we would swap out controllers. For loser bottom two swapped out with that top two continued. So when that was over, the only thing really open was Steak and Shake. Yeah, it is a whole nother experience playing a game in a movie theater. I don't know. George is going for cereal too. I don't know how there is not a thing like, I don't know, maybe I'm on a recorded line, so maybe I'm about to invent something here. I don't know how a group of people haven't made agreements with movie theaters to do tournaments in movie theaters. It is very easy to hook up a PlayStation and or a an Xbox to a theater. It's literally a plug, and then you're in. Well, two plugs. It's the audio visual and then the video and the audio. Um, and you could literally have tournaments on the screen. You just need somebody to host it, and you would sell so much food, so much stuff. Now, granted, one screen is only going to hold one game at a time, so it would have to be something that somebody else would like to watch, or you'd sign up for specific times. But my goodness, there is nothing like that Dolby boom hitting and having the surround sound and like the seat shaking, and you're like, every grenade came from an angle, every bomb. You could tell where somebody was shooting from. You could hear in the theater the direction the shots were coming from. So you could turn around and be like, that's where it's coming from. The only thing that sucked was screen hoppers. People that were peeking at other people's screens. You had to kind of be like, don't look at my screen. You can't see where I'm camping. Oh my God, Mario Kart would be phenomenal. Phenomenal. They should do Mario Kart in the theaters in Colorado, free mushrooms. GoldenEye. Yep. Yep. I mean, the mushrooms really wouldn't be free. It would be $25 to get in. So the cost of the mushrooms would be in there. Terry, for the first time ever speaking in chat, is like, that's the best idea ever. It's good. I mean, it's legal there. I'm not speaking of anything illegal. I'm not, condoning. I'm just saying that would be a get, a big get. They've legalized it there. Mario eats mushrooms. It seems like the natural choice. Tell me I'm wrong. All right, so I'm gonna pop this over real quick. There are still 2 spots left. If it showed up as still sold out, have another look on your screen if you're trying to jump in. Because I do still have 2 spots available. If somebody wants to see that cracked tonight, it's available. See, Terry knows. Terry sounds like you are a very responsible person. You get it. Microdose, that's the way. All right, it's definitive collection time. Oh, goodness gracious. It's supposed to be good for PTSD. That's actually one of the things that's the only reason I actually know about it, is the research that they were doing saying that microdosing, which gives no actual visual or audio effects, has been helping people cope with PTSD. And after 6 to 8 week treatments, is actually getting people to stop with the waking up abruptly and the unsettledness that you can get with certain types of trauma-based PTSD. Well, it's all trauma-based PTSD, but violent trauma PTSD. Kelly, it's 101.95 for an entire division. So there's only 4 divisions in hockey, so there's only 4 people going to be in the break. But it's 5 boxes. It's some pretty good stuff. All right, let me get this video started. This is a fun high-end treat right here. It's the 2019 Topps Definitive Collection. It's a 1-box, 6-spot random division. Let's do the randoming. Actually, let's get that in alphabetical order. Now let's do the randoming. $11. You know what? I'm okay with that because it's a division break. George, I'm familiar. I know exactly what that is. All right, we are going to random you 7 times. All right, 1 second. And we'll get this going. All right, Wesley, you have the AL Central. That is Minnesota, Cleveland, Detroit, the White Sox, and KC. The NL East goes to David G. That's the Mets, Washington, Atlanta, Philly, and Miami. Ryan, you pulled both of the Wests. So that's Houston, the Angels, Seattle, Oakland, Texas, Arizona, Colorado, San Francisco, the Dodgers, and San Diego. Steven, you have the AL East, the storied AL East. Boston, Toronto, Yankees, Baltimore, Tampa. Scott, NL Central. Pittsburgh, Cubs. Milwaukee, St. Louis, and Cincy. Ron Burgundy, I would not expect anything less than more scotch at 3 a.m., my friend. I would not expect anything else. For people who are wondering what we're talking about, he's just answering the question. All right, good luck, everybody. Let's see some insane stuff. See how many Nolan Ryans I can pull out of here. Oh, I like the look of that. Jesse, I don't know. Maybe you should tell me what San Diego means. Actually, nobody knows what it means. It's a mystery. Okay, let me get that box. definitive. All right, numbered 1 out of 10 for the AL East. Justice Sheffield for the Yankees. And Steven. For Detroit, Kristen Stewart out of 25. Detroit is the AL Central. That's Wesley. Oh, nice. How about a little gold-framed Rafael Devers? Out of 15, going to the AL East. I like that a lot. Oh, nice. Well, we got good and bad. We have Ivan Rodriguez. That is going to be the AL West. But we also have Molina. He is going to be the NL Central. So, we're going to have to flip a coin. I apologize. I don't like when they do cards like that. Now, granted, for the non-breaker collectors, that's great. But for breakers, it means I gotta tell somebody that they missed a coin toss. Not fun. I like all of you too much. All right, heads is top, tails is bottom. So the Rangers are heads, the Cardinals are tails. One flip, one coin. Good luck. It's heads. So it is going to go to the Rangers, the AL West. Ryan, that is you, friend. Let me just put that up here real quick. All right. Moving on. Out of 50, Justin Upton to the Angels. The Angels is also the AL West. Trev. Oh, I like this, man. Even though I am an AL West guy. It's David Big Papi Ortiz out of 5. Dude straight up got shot and was like, get me out of the Dominican Republic. Treat me in the U.S. Yep, I have my wife's family's from Puerto Rico, and even Puerto Rico, and the Dominican Republic. The health system, it leaves a little bit to yearn for. So as soon as he was stable, he's like, get me up to the mainland. Arizona, Zach Greinke. That's actually pretty cool. Out of 20. Check that out. I like that patch. That's a nice patch. Zona is the NL West, so that's Ryan. This next one. Now, I'm not going to lie. People in the past have told me I will take anything but the NL Central. Well, if it wasn't for the NL Central, you wouldn't have this one-of-one Jason Hayward game-worn nameplate. And of all the letters, you got the H. That's a nice patch. Gee, I agree. So NL Central. Scott. Can't get mad at that, man. Dig it. That needs the right case. Let me put it in a proper case. It's probably a 130. It is. It's a 130. There you go. That's a beauty. All right, friends, that was pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed that. I hope you did too. All right, friends, let me go back to getting that allure list ready. It is sold out, so we are getting it done. All right, there's 3 people that are going to be involved. Hey, Ryan, what's going on? What is up, brethren? I don't have any of the hit parade. All the hit parade is with Sean. I only have the Tops and Upper Deck and Panini stuff. Horse racing is sports, but there's, well, yeah, probably shouldn't be racing horses because those jockeys have to be right next to each other when they're racing, and they're breathing heavily. I guess if they wore masks, I don't know, man. That is one that you can really go on a deep dive in to really think about whether or not that should be a thing right now. I guess they're okay. You'd think, and I'm not trying to be offensive to the jockeys, but you think little guys like that shouldn't be exposed to anything because they don't have. I don't know. I will. I'll actually pass that along. As a matter of fact, I'm going to shoot a text right now. Actually, I'm going to send an email now that I think about it. It's just easier to the email. I have that open. Oh, no, thank you. Appreciate it. I'm writing it as we speak. All right, I have officially notified him. Ah, thank you. I try. I do what I can. All right, let me just schedule the break. Oh no, you're welcome. It's my pleasure. We are but the humble servant. Ye are the boss. If I had it with me, I'd break it right now for you. We had to split duties. It's just impossible for me to have everything at my place. Thank you, Derek. I appreciate that. All right. What I have to do is I have to post the allure break for a scheduled time today. So I'm going to take a look at everything else and kind of get a good time for us. Hopefully, I can do it like right now. That'd be great. The break. It's out, Jeremy. I've got all four. It's done. It just needs to. It's according to the site, it's still got two, but I have all of them. I have all four. I'm actually updating the site right now. That's not the button I wanted to press. Yeah, let's do it in 12 minutes. How does that sound? Hello, Slovenia. How are you? Hopefully well. Sorry, Tom. But yeah, man, that is very true. Yep. The cart only holds for so long. Obsidian. I love Obsidian. Burritos. I'm going to file it under tacos, but I understand the difference between burritos and tacos. Oh man, I can't complain at all. Yep, I'm in New York, so we are under lockdown. Cannot go in public without masks. Cannot go anywhere unless it's important. So, I mean, I can't complain. I can't complain. I would like to be out a little bit more, but hey, it'll make me appreciate being outside more when this is all over. All right, so the Obsidian sold out, so I do need to make a spreadsheet for that. So that's what I'm going to spend the next 8 minutes doing. Pizza. In some places, I'd have to say yes, especially right now. But aside from quarantine, it's probably pizza's a little bit easier to find. A little echo. Echo. Yeah, that's no fun then. Here in Buffalo, everything's open till, I mean, bars close at 4 a.m., so everything's open real late. Yeah. I don't know about any basketball. I'm not adding anything. Sean is the director. He handles all of the adding. If anything, he would be adding it on Monday. But there's definitely nothing being added for the weekend. That I know for certain. Oh, if I act quickly, I can knock this out before the other break. That would be great. Cool. All right, excellent. I have everything done. It's going to be a nice, smooth Friday. Man, I have no idea. I am the worst person to ask about cost. I just go to eBay, type in the card, and then sort by sold. So that's my recommendation. Well, you just said you had a computer and a laptop on. Keep me on one and go to the other. Sorry, Trav, I have a dizzying intellect, I know. The allure is going to be done in 1 minute. That's how close to me I had it. I was that faithful. I had that much faith in the fact that it would sell out. Once people knew I had it, then I kept it right next to me. Good. Hey, man, keep it up. I love to hear about people pulling big hits, especially when it comes from us. Scott Pringles, I dig it. All right, three of you. Are y'all ready? I know one of you is. Jeremy's always itching and scratching for a hockey break. So a nice little impromptu break here. This was to be announced, but hey, listen, it's 4 spots. 3 people said, let's do it now, let's do it now. I agree. So it's the 2019-2020 Upper Deck Allure Hockey 5-box DACW, which stands for David Adams Card World Live. It's a 4-spot random division break. I am DC, this is my house, welcome to my home, let's break some hockey. All right, the divisions are going to go 10 times. There's only 4 of them. There's only so much shuffling you can do. 5. All right, your divisions. Reynaldo got the Atlantic. That's Boston, Buffalo, Detroit, Florida, Montreal, Ottawa, Tampa, and Toronto. Chris has the Pacific. That's Anaheim, Calgary, Edmonton, Los Angeles, Phoenix, San Jose, Vancouver, and Vegas. Jeremy, Metropolitan and Center, so you know exactly who you're looking for. That's Chicago, Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota, Nashville, St. Louis, Winnipeg, Carolina, Columbus, New Jersey, New York, New York, Philly, Pittsburgh, and Washington. There you go. Yeah, Bigfoot, I would say that's a pretty darn good list of hits you got there. This is going to yield some cards, so let me get a bigger box to put these in. Good luck, everybody. Mark Sheffley. That's David Pastrnak. Spirit Fingers card. Going to Boston. Nathan Bastian. White Rainbow. Grundstrom. And McKinnon. Maybe. Kuhlman. Trent Frederick. That's Boston. That's Atlantic. Red Rainbow jersey. Rookie jersey. Balser and some guy named Quinn Hughes. Probably not going to make it in the NHL. He will probably toil in the minors for the rest of his career. Heard he has a brother that's pretty terrible too. Carl Grundstrom. Phil Kessel, that's an orange slice. That's $1.99. Yeah, I have no idea what you're asking for, Jeremy. Phoenix is the Pacific. Chris C. I've never heard of either of them. Vasilevsky Red Rainbow. Vasilevsky not Red Rainbow. McEwen. And a Ho. Taché. Connor McDavid. Hey, how about Thomas Hertl? And Thomas Hertl. That's going to be Pacific. San Jose. And Lizotte. Or Lizotte, excuse me. Also Pacific. Helbeck White Rainbow. I've seen better packs. You want a Hertl? Pink Diamond, Balser. White Rainbow Domi, Cody Glass rookie. Captain Jack Eichel. There's Cal. What's up, buddy? We know who that goes to. Ben Bishop, that's going to be Quartz. Green Quartz out of 99 to Dallas. That's also going to Central. Jeremy B. It's always nice when a green jersey gets a green background. Hiroshi or Hyros. I don't know how it's pronounced. Not really concerned about it either. Kucherov. Philip Myers. White Rainbow Rookie. Zach Senchen back to Boston. Boston getting another rookie jersey. Rem Pitlick, White Rainbow Rookie. Cody Glass out to Vegas. Duchesne Red Rainbow. Strangely solid feeling pack. Oh my. Well, that's different, isn't it? What is it? Oh. No big deal. Just an 8 out of 10 purple diamond. Jake Gensel. Patch auto. How about that going to Metropolitan? I have to tell you guys, I don't know if I've ever pulled a purple diamond before. These are definitely not something you regularly get. Granted, there's only 10 of them. I mean, from anybody. That's pretty solid. It was a nice little treat. Well, there you go. If only Jeremy had Metropolitan. Oh, wait, he does. Capo Caco. It is going to New York. That is also Metropolitan. Q, I concur with your diagnosis. And I uphold the treatment as being collected. Brad Marchand. Q comes in. DC Diamond Cutter. I like it. I like that a lot. Brad Marchand. Q's like, I'm here. So Brad Marchand's like, so am I. Oliver Wahlstrom. And Draisaitl. I have some clear cut. I believe there's some clear cut left. But don't quote me on that. Things sell out pretty quickly. There's another Cal. Teravainen. Carolina, which puts that in the Metropolitan. Poling. That will be Atlantic. Yeah, right? Oh, Marchand. So happy he's not a Sabre. I know he puts up goals. I know he scores points. I just don't like the look at his face. Kirby Dach, Cal Fleury. Pasternak. How about a white rainbow Ovechkin? Kuhlman and Myers. I don't know, man. I didn't like having Matt Barnaby on my team. Matt Barnaby was a Sabre, and I wasn't too thrilled with Barnaby. Max Jones, Pacific. Noah Dobson rookie. How about an orange slice, Max Veranu? Out of 199, heading out to Ottawa. Ottawa, that's Atlantic. Another one for Reynaldo. They're hit and miss, but when you're doing an entire 15-box case, you're gonna get hits. That's why I like that break, is it's a full case finally. Usually it's only like a 5-box or a 10-box. Matt Murray. NHL Allure Red Rainbow Nikita Gusev. It is numbered to 349. I don't remember who Gusev plays for. I'm sure one of you do. Q, that's right. It is a full case and a division. So you have a very high chance hit. Jersey? Okay, Jersey. So that would be Metropolitan. Breezeball. Grunstrom. Balsair. Capo Caco. Speak of the devil, no pun intended. Suzuki and Hughes. Another Quartz out of 99. Andrei Vasilevsky, Tampa. Goes to Atlantic. All right, we need to hit one of two things in this box. Either pewter or blue line. I'm thinking blue line. Olofsson, Marc-Andre Fleury, and Nico Sturm's rookie. That pack just disintegrated. BK, Fabro, Taro Hyros to Detroit, D-Town. I believe that is Atlantic, right? It is. Brandstrom, 1 of 1. Gusev White Rainbow. Was that 3 Gusevs in one pack? No, okay, it was somebody else. Gotcha. 2 Gusevs in one pack. The Nico threw me off. They're both standing the same way in their card. Austin Matthews. You called Brandstrom 1 of 1. It's a Brandstrom, but it's not numbered. Trev. Everybody give a nice little clap to Trev. Trev calling this. He got the player right. That's pretty impressive. I have to give it up to you on that one, man. I don't think I can do emojis as the host here. But I will press F for respect. Post it to Instagram. Capo. Adam Fox. Doc, Fleury, Zadina, Hughes, Claude Giroux, and Nick Suzuki. Every card is a hit. Anthony Mantha, Detroit. I will give you my Instagram as well as DA Card Worlds. Feel free to use it as often as you'd like. I'll give you a hint which one's mine. It's not the first one. But we always like to see your hits. Feel free to tag us in them or post them to us. We will oftentimes retweet them as well. Pierre-Luc Dubois. Benny Bishop. Miko. Nikolai Porkrines. Kuhlman. L'Esperance. That is, let's see, Boston is Atlantic. Another one for Reynaldo, the jersey. I don't understand them either, but at least it's different. Here's an orange slice PK Subban out of 199. Max Jones. Another Capo Caco. Oh, Rasmus Sandin. That's out of 349. That is going to the T-Dot. Atlantic. Reynaldo doing his thing. Brandstrom White Rainbow Rookie. Is there a pink diamond in here? I think there is. Pink Diamond Taro Hyros. Ryan O'Reilly. Ah, there we go. Steel. Out of 50, Joe Pavelski. There's a nice little short print. Central, Jeremy, it goes to you, brother. And that's the end. It's pretty good. Yeah. Excellent, man. Cool. We dig it. I'm going to look at it as soon as I finish uploading this video. That is awesome. That is so freaking awesome, man. Congratulations. Really cool. I get it, Miku. I like it. I like taquitos. Moe's Def. Hmm. I bet you weren't. I absolutely bet you weren't. Yeah, I dig it, man. What did I? My wife pulled. Um, my wife bought some Star Wars, and I bought her some Marvel gems. And she pulled two really nice. Out of 5 boxes, she pulled two sketch cards for Star Wars. Both of them were Kylo Ren. One is awesome. One is pretty good. But there was one's definitely nicer than the other. And then in the out of the 3 boxes of Marvel gems I got her, she only got one sketch card. She collects sketch cards. That's her thing. She loves them. But those Marvel gems are actually pretty nice too. Those are from a couple years ago. No, she bought Journey to the Last Jedi. Ah, Q, you missed out on it then, yeah. Trev, what you would do is in the you create a post with that picture, and then you can tag people in it. Now that I'm following you. You can tag us, or well, me and David Adams Cardboard. You can tag us in the photo and it'll pop up. Or you can at us in the description. Black Widow is one of my favorites. I mean, I like Scarlett Johansson. All right, we don't have an 8 o'clock break, but we do have an 8:30. That's going to be the Obsidian. Tonight, I think everything's sold out. The only thing that was left, there is some clear cut, I believe. Yeah, there's 3 spots left in the clear cut, but that's it. Hey, Derek, there you go, man. Congratulations. Clear cut is hockey autograph cards. I am the oldest of 5 children myself. It's 4 boys and 1 girl. So even though we outnumber the girls, my sister makes all the rules. It is never too late. I was 35 when I had mine. Ah, gotcha. All right, sorry. I'm filling out a list so that I can easily package stuff up a little bit later. So, don't mind me. Absolutely, man. Um, I have access to the DA Card World um Facebook, so just let me know when you do it, and I'll take a look. All right, I'm almost done with all of my lists. Sorting tonight is going to be so simple. Motley, you are correct. That is one thing I remember about Maine. It's true, Barry. It's definitely how you decide to interpret it, man. You get no judgment from me, brother. That's why I'm going to ask you not to explain your other if you choose it. Oh, goodness, Barry. Good to see you, man. Is everybody safe and healthy in the household? No, you got me there. You got me there. Also, good, man. Everybody's good. It just keeps snowing and raining here. So, unfortunately, my son, he didn't get to go outside today per se, other than we did go for a car ride. Just to drive around, just to get him, out of the house. Because he is the epitome of stir crazy. Man, I bet you money. Yeah, oh, it's Buffalo, brother. It's not enough snow to be sticking on the ground very much. It's more like frozen rain, for lack of a better term, but it's not hail. It's just super light. I mean, as soon as it hits the ground, it melts. In most cases, overnight it'll stick until the morning sun comes up and the sun will melt it away. But yeah, Buffalo, we do get snow in April. It's not heavy snow, but it is snow. That's why Buffalo sucks. The weather is awful, but the place is awesome. We got some really amazing human beings that live in this city. Having snow 6 months out of the year really does build character, and I don't mean that as like a cliche dad thing to say. There are people in Buffalo that will literally get into accidents trying to pull over to help you if your car is stuck. For the most part, there's a lot of good people that live up here. Yeah, Derek, I bet it is. We do, yeah. Actually, we have the big salter trucks. We have on near the highways, you'll actually see these huge. It looks like barns, and inside the barns are tons and tons, literally tons and metric tons of rock salt, and they put the rock salt on the road. So the plow will be a giant dump truck with a huge plow in the front and a salter in the back, and it'll just spray the salt on the ground. That's also why our cars don't last much more than 100,000 miles, because they rust right out because of the salt in the water year in year out. Terrible for cars. So it's not super common to have a 150,000 mile vehicle unless it's something you just drive in the summer. Most of them rot out when they hit 100K. At least the older ones. The newer ones are a little bit better, but if it's metal, it rusts here. Sometimes, depending on where you live. Like, I used to live in a place called Boston, New York. Look it up. It's really tiny. Boston, New York is up in the hills. It's the second highest elevation in all of Erie County, which is the county that encompasses Buffalo. Um, there are certain streets that are so steep, they will tar and gravel them, where they literally put down a thin layer of tar and then loose gravel from like the mid like two well probably three quarters of the way up the hill, so that you have something to stick to as you try to climb it, and so that it breaks up the ice, has a more tough time becoming slick as you're going down it, because you have to drive down them. So up in the hills they do treat the roads. Here, they will occasionally salt before they know a storm is coming. That way, it gives it a little more time before it sticks. The salt, more or less, is for the ice. Salt naturally breaks up the ice. So if they get a decent base layer of salt, they can't do it too early, because the cars will drive all the salt off the road. But usually when it first starts to fall, or during the first freeze, they'll get out there and they'll immediately start salting the streets. It's weird to talk about because three quarters of the rest of the United States don't deal with it. But it's commonplace here. As a matter of fact, when the South gets hit with ice and snow, like parts of Texas that aren't used to it, the Carolinas, um, Buffalo usually will send a fleet of salters down to them. So you'll hear that oh yeah, we're shipping out to, it's in the news, the Buffalo News, like, oh, we just sent 15 salters to, I don't know, Carolina, because of the 4 inches of snow that they got that they can't handle. Meanwhile, we'll have 4 to 5 feet. Now, when I say 4 to 5 feet, I mean our snowbanks are 4 to 5 feet. We'll get 4 to 5 feet accumulative snowfall. We've occasionally, I think, what was the most I was around for? We got 4 feet in like 48 hours during one of our winter storms. That was insane. They had the National Guard come and dig people out of their homes. Not exaggerating. Literally. The Army, National Guard came and dug you a path from your front door to your vehicle. I wasn't here last winter. I remember it from probably 10 years ago. We had a real bad October storm. It was literally called the October storm. You can Google October storm Buffalo. It was a big deal. We had the blizzard of 77. The blizzard of 77 literally piled snow so high that people were standing on their roofs and sledding down the slope of their roof because you could walk out the second story window onto the snow. Blizzard of 77 was one of the worst blizzards in the history of Buffalo. Yeah, no, Motley, I get it. Yeah, I lived all over the South, and I see exactly what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, we get all seasons. Don't get me wrong, Derek. Our summer is just very, 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 very mild. We don't get, and the thing is, when we get hot, it's just a nasty heat here because we're not acclimated to it. But our summers are short. We have beautiful springs here in Buffalo because there's so much cumulative fresh water. Being it that we're between the Great Lakes system and the Finger Lake system, we have some fantastic flora and fauna in this area. That's what makes it beautiful. Just spraying water on it. Well, yeah, it's different. There's things that that a lot of people that I bring to hang out here in Buffalo, like I'll bring friends from all over the United States depending on when I come home. And people will be like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Oh, that's a snowplow." Snowvember. Yep, Adam knows. Miku, on this obsidian, this is 98 obsidian. Uh, Philip Lindsay, in my opinion, is way underrated. He doesn't get the respect he deserves. They talk about him, but I don't think they talk about him enough. However, Saquon is a monster. Um, I have already a lot of Philip Lindsay cards. Just because there was a streak. It's the craziest thing in the world. I break with somebody else because I have to. And last year and the year before, for some reason, in the randoms, all I was getting, if it wasn't Buffalo, because I would usually trade and try to get Buffalo. I'd trade lopsided just to get Buffalo. Um, Denver and Jacksonville. I have so many Denver Broncos and Jacksonville cards. It's stupid. And that's the kicker. The only Drew Lock I hit two Drew Locks. I hit one um I hit one jersey card, wasn't even a patch. And I hit one auto out of Panini Black. The only Peyton Mannings I have just recently exited my collection. I do not have a Peyton Manning autograph. It is on my list of things to get. I had one, but I liquidated it for a case of cards, which I don't regret doing. No, I don't want any 110, man. I was in Texas, and when we hit 100, man, it was brutal. Peyton Manning is absolutely unquestionable the better Manning. Eli wasn't bad, but what Peyton Manning did for the position of the quarterback was groundbreaking. The reason I'm saying that, he was the first one to get the full permission to basically be not only the quarterback but the offensive coordinator on the field. I think that simply because of how he changed everything. He basically allowed that to be okay. And Eli got to do a little bit of that, not to the extent that Peyton did. I watched Peyton decimate my Bills here in Buffalo. And it was one of the most amazing things I ever saw to watch him come to the line, read the defense, Omaha, and then tear us apart the next play. It was just insane. It was. I've seen Joe Montana play live. I was alive for that. I got to see Joe Montana. As a matter of fact, I saw the end of Joe Montana's career basically here in Buffalo when Bruce Smith gave him another concussion. Um, I've never seen a quarterback like Peyton Manning live in my life. I do not disrespect Eli in any way, shape, or form. I think Eli should have walked away last year, but I think Peyton Manning, I hold Peyton Manning, and people are going to viciously disagree with what I'm about to say. Peyton Manning is my personal number one quarterback, period. I'll take him over Joe Montana. I'd take him over John Elway. I would take him over my dear friend Jim Kelly. I love Jim. My son's name is literally Jim Kelly. But Peyton Manning, in my opinion, is the greatest quarterback for simply what he has done to the position. He, forget it. I have to get off his whatever. That's it. He's my pinnacle. And there you go, Barry. And that's it. Regular season, correct. Yeah, man, what terrible luck in the postseason. Yeah, I mean, if he would have put together another one of those wins, yeah, it would have been different. But he was just, it was unbelievable to watch. Absolutely. The playoff game, one of the greatest playoff games I've ever seen. I don't even know what year it is. But all I have to say is who was in it and what happened. When Peyton Manning and Joe Flacco had the shootout, it was like, what was it, 300 yards in the fourth quarter or something stupid? When those guys had that shootout, that was one of the greatest playoff games I had ever seen. They were just throwing rainbows back and forth. Peyton would throw a rainbow, and Flacco would throw a rainbow. It was bonkers. I'll look it up. I'll figure out what game it is. You could tell me which game that was, and I still wouldn't be able to tell you if you're right or not. I'd have to look it up myself, but it was just nuts. 2 Super Bowls is good enough. Hey, man, listen. I have a team that's never won one. We went 4 times straight, lost 4 times straight, but we were there. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it was bonkers. Here's somebody else that doesn't get enough respect. Fran Tarkenton. Everybody talks about Michael Vick and his rushing ability. And yeah, he was the first person that was basically a wide receiver at quarterback. But Fran Tarkenton really was the initial scrambler. Fran Tarkenton put his legs to work like nobody before him did. Now, most of the time it's because he was running for his life. But I mean, Fran Tarkington, think about it. When he retired as a quarterback, he had 3,674 rushing yards and 32 rushing TDs. I mean, that is unheard of for back then. Here's the thing though, and I don't know, call it victim syndrome or whatever you want to call it. I don't think it's ever going to happen again. No team is going to go to four straight Super Bowls, win or lose. That dynasty, with the no huddle K gun offense, that is, I don't think, ever going to be duplicated. The Patriots came close, but still nobody has done four straight. That in itself is an achievement. Precisely. And here's the thing, most of that team was unchanged throughout those 4 years. You had basically the same core guys for 4 years. And here's what I'm going to tell you. You guys are going to laugh at this. And go ahead, laugh at it. The Buffalo Bills right now, look how young they are. That core group, the Bills were geniuses. They drafted a quarterback on the young side, but they immediately drafted another young middle linebacker. So now the captain on both sides of the ball is a young guy that's going to be here, barring any crazy, salary demands, the next 10 years. So we're very optimistic here in Buffalo right now. And now that the Patriots are officially in a rebuilding year, they didn't even shop very much in the offseason. They're rebuilding, man. This is it. Oh, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be we're going to have another streak of 10 plus win seasons. Consecutive. I don't think anybody in our division is going to take us. And the kicker is, we've adopted the Patriot way. So we already have people that are taking hometown discounts and are taking re-signing discounts and are doing just 1 year contracts so that it's just hey, here's your one, or incentive laden, because the incentives don't count. Well, it's complicated, but certain incentives don't count toward cap. So it's creative, and I think we are going to keep. I think the phrase up here is trust the process, and the players, they're not selecting you unless you are going to trust in the process. The only exception is, and I'll start the break in a second. The only exception is the trade, Stephon Diggs. He's the only one that was basically like, we're getting you. Whether you want to come here or not, you're coming here. Get with the process. But everyone else, it's process, man. And they're on board and they're locked in. That's why Beasley was like, dude, I'm in. I'm 100% in. John Brown was like 100% in. They saw what we were trying to do, and they're like, yes, let's do it. We've already got guys redoing their contracts. Second string guys, not even starters. We got second string guys that are redoing their contracts just to stay, because they realize that their caps are liabilities. So it's just looking good. All right, let's look at some football. Maybe we can pull a nice Josh Allen out of here. And then I can cry. And you can watch me cry, because it'll be sad. Because I won't want it to leave my house. 2018 Panini Obsidian Football. It's a 4-box, 8-spot random division break. It's going to be fun. We know a lot of decent rookies in 2018. Let's see if we can do it again. 7. Seven. All right, Peter, you have the NFC South. That's New Orleans, Tampa, Atlanta, Carolina. Amanda has the AFC North and my AFC East. That's New England, New York, the Jets. Buffalo, Miami, Baltimore, Cincy, Cleveland, and Pittsburgh. The NFC East goes to Henry G. That's Washington, Philly, Dallas, and New York Giants. Francisco has the NFC North and the AFC South. Houston, Jacksonville, Tennessee, Indianapolis, Detroit, Green Bay, Chicago, and Minnesota. Derek has the NFC West. That's San Francisco, Arizona, St. Louis, and Seattle. Michael K., you have the AFC West. That's the Raiders, Denver, Chargers, and the KC Chiefs. Derek is like, yes, got him. All right, let's have some fun. Let's get some obsidian. I like obsidian. I have a secret collector crush on obsidian. Don't tell nobody. This feels like a good one. Alrighty. Let's do it. Zach Ertz. Out of 100. That's the NFC East. Out of 50. Mike White. Dallas Cowboys. Also, NFC East. 20 out of 25, it's Nick Chubb, cutting edge. The Browns are the AFC North. Out of 100, Antonio Brown. Here, he's a Berg player. A Steeler, if you will. Though it's changed many times since then. Out of 100, Lamar Miller, Houston. AFC South. Atomic material, yeah, right? This is nice. Sony Michel. Ladies and gentlemen, get all your friends right now. I'm not exaggerating. Get all your football friends right now. I have to find a case for this. I'll be right back. I don't know if I have a case that size. Let's try this one. Get everybody you know that likes football right now. An extremely rare autograph is about to be pulled. I'm not exaggerating. This isn't me being overly dramatic. This is so big. See if I can hide this. See if I can hide this properly. All right, you can see it never left the screen. Joe Flacco, out of 50. That's not what I'm talking about, though. Out of 100, Sony Michel, AFC East. This is a legitimate monster. And I hate it. Number 2 out of 2. It's the Tom Brady Aurora. Amanda. That is probably a mortgage payment for you. This is what makes me so sad. I have to put this on Instagram now. How much is that roasting my marbles? Congratulations. I am a Bills fan, so this is very difficult for me to have to grin and bear through. Arguably, one of the 3 biggest cards in the set. He signed a 101 and he signed, obviously, the 2 of 2s. He didn't sign very much. No, I would not take Tom Brady if he signed right now with the Bills. But that is because I love Josh Allen. Congratulations, Amanda. That is definitely your mortgage payment. At least your mortgage payment. A 2 of 2 Tom Brady auto. Oh, this is so painful, but I can't discriminate. This hurts. Oh, but you know what? I'm a professional, and this is what professionals do. Miku, that would be Amanda W. Yeah. That is an amazing hit. From a collector's standpoint, that is a whale. That is an absolute whale. Tom hates signing stuff. He's very vocal about hating signing things, which is why he doesn't sign high number stuff anymore. He's got too much money and not enough time. Yeah, Derek. Okay, let's move on, guys. Let's move on. Oh, sugar. Phillip Rivers. Every time, this is out of 100, Every Tom Brady, I've never pulled his autograph. I'll be honest with you, I've never pulled his autograph. But every Tom Brady that's numbered I immediately sell. I don't even care. It immediately is on the market. I love this. Morton Anderson with a smiley face. That is a happy signature. From the timeless Morton Anderson. Ain't that sweet? NFC South. That's Peter. Love it. Bill wants pizza. Out of 100. Ben Roethlisberger. Traquan Smith. How about that patch? This one is out of 50. Nollins. An absolute monster for Philly. Brian Dawkins out of 10. It is 4 out of 10 to be exact. So NFC East, Henry. That's a pretty big hit right there. Jerome Baker, out of 75. AFC East. And another one for the Berg, Jalen Samuels, also out of 75. Oh, Derek, we're only halfway through. NFC South. DJ Moore. That's out of 100. Derek Johnson. That's the AFC West. Michael K. Out of 100. How about Zeke Elliott? For the AFC East, out of 5, Mike Gesicki. Gesicki. I always get it backwards. Mike Gesicki. Numbered 1 out of 5, going to the same place as the Tom Brady. And so is this one out of 100, Sony Michel. AFC East just killed it. It's over. It's just seal up everything, give it to the AFC East, and move on. John Kelly for the Rams. That is low numbered. That's out of 50. That's the NFC West. Derek E. Jamon Moore out of 75. That's the NFC North. Last box. The man that they thought was the answer originally, Kyle Lauletta. That's the NFC East. Mike Gesicki. And another one, AFC East. Oh, here's a good little hit. Pittsburgh. Out of 15. AFC North. Amanda. Juju Smith-Schuster. Out of 100, Jamon Moore. Back to Green Bay. AFC South, Francisco. Marcus Mariota. NFC South. Out of 25, Calvin Ridley. And last but certainly not least, out of 50 for the AFC North, it's Joe Mixon. And that is the end. Oh, goodness. I can't believe I have to post a Tom Brady picture on Instagram. Quite possibly done for the night. Nope, the clear cut sold out. Clear cut is at 9:30. This just I'm gonna document it so that people can't say I'm not doing my job. I can't take a picture when you pop up like that. No, Justin, that was just pulled in a break. It's out of 2. It's a 2 out of 2. Tom Brady. My soul is dying a little bit. I am tagging that it was pulled in Buffalo, so at least other people will understand. I'm tagging Tom Brady in it. It's just weird. he'd, he'd do it just because that's what would happen. Like, hey, cool, awesome, thanks for collecting me, and I'd be like, yeah. Oh, Oh, goodness. Tampa Bay. Tampa Brady. Well, he's not trying to cash in. This isn't just a road show for him, now is it? Have a good one, Derek, man. Always good. Stay healthy. Have a great weekend, brother. I appreciate you. All right, I have to make the last spreadsheet, and then we'll be good to go. I did the trademarks. Yeah, yeah. I saw when he first announced that. I was like, oh, okay. All right, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I have to get a drink. I drank all my water. Somebody sucked all the moisture out of my mouth. Um, yeah, it should be. Actually, no. Clear cut is 9:30. I stand corrected. So it is in a half hour. Which gives me time to do some paperwork. I don't know if it's still technically paperwork considering I do it on a computer with no paper. Um, yeah. I mean, you're getting 25%, so you're getting a big chunk. It is worth it. All right, again, don't mind me. I'm just filling out all of the paperwork and background stuff. So if you have something to say, spit it out. I'm reading the chat. Grapes. I like frozen grapes. Frozen grapes and frozen blueberries. It's a healthy way to beat the heat. Yes, that's what we tell a lot of people that want to keep their wine cold. If you like white wine, freeze some green grapes. That way your wine doesn't get watered down and it stays nice and cool and crisp. I am 100% in agreement. Also good for grape juice. The other wine, the non alcoholic wine. Waffle House. I like them smothered and chunked. And only my Waffle House crew will know exactly what I mean when I say that. Oh. I dig it. Smothered Oh, there you go, Mark. I could dig that. All right, almost finished with the paperwork side of this. All right, I think that's it. I think I'm done. All the paperwork, I believe, is finished for today. Oh, that's not my kid. That's definitely the upstairs neighbor. I don't know what they do upstairs. I don't want to know what they do upstairs, but they are loud people. Where is? Oh, there it is. Right next to me. This is going to be exciting too. It might not be Tom Brady 2 out of 2 exciting, but I'm sure it's going to be something pretty awesome. Ah, good. Hey, listen, I'll take all of the above, Q. I'll take all of the above. Maybe a Yager? What's going on, Hunter? How you doing? It has been an interesting day so far. Relaxing is good. That's what I plan on doing all day tomorrow. I'm not even going to be bashful about it. I'm very excited. Oh, goodness gracious. Hey, what's up, Matt? How are you doing? I am stoked. Hey, Matt, you're a big Bills fan, right? That's right. How about this hit? Yeah, but Matt, you don't have to have this in your house for an entire weekend. I know, right? Like, ugh. I'm gonna surround it with Josh Allen's, or even worse, surround it with Ed Oliver's. Yeah, that's a couple $1,000s. I looked anything numbered under 10, which most of Brady's recent stuff is well over 1,000. I'm thinking I have a couple of Ed Olivers. I have a really I actually gotta find that. Oh, now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, goodness gracious. My Bills cards are not always ever far out of reach. Here, so we can get the get the eye bleach out. We can forget about the Brady. There's my out of 25 9.5 rookie cap. Josh Allen. That way, that's for you, Rosie. That's so you can get that look out of your eye. Make you feel better. Where is... There it is. So this cool story. I carefully viewed. I went on eBay and I said I need to get a Trey Edmonds championship ticket. So I carefully studied every single picture on eBay and I fiddled and gauged, eyeballed the pictures, and it paid off. I sent it in for grading. That is the first thing I sent in that actually came back a 10. And how fitting that it is the stud middle linebacker. My first ever. I've bought 10s. I've bought many 10s. But that was my first graded 10 to come back. I mean, I got some old Bills cards. This guy was kind of famous. People heard of him. Yeah, my Bills collection is way nicer than any of my other cards. Oh man, I guess I should probably sell the Tyrod Taylor rookie. I don't need that anymore. That's not an Emmitt Smith rookie. That's an Emmitt Smith 24 karat gold. Oh wow, I forgot I even had this. Wow, that's really nice. I'm not gonna show that on camera. No, it's 94, 93. Be 93, I believe. So many Sammy Watkins rookies I need to get rid of. So many Sammy Watkins auto rookies. Oh, it's all good. All right, let's break this. Yeah, it all depends. There's certain bills that even though they left the team, I'll keep just because I liked them as players. But there's other bills like I don't care about. Watkins I could care less about. I have a gang of Shaq Lawson autographs and printing plates I can get rid of too. All right, last break of the evening, group break wise. It's a doozy. It's a 2018-2019 Upper Deck Clear Cut Hockey 15 box case, but it's only a 4-spot random division. Well, look at you three. Chad, Justin, and Robert are going to share in these 15 cards. I do have one Bruce Smith rookie, but I do have a couple autographs. My Bills collection is impressive. For those who are watching the video, we're actually talking about collections and PCs. Four. I have a fairly substantial and significant Bills collection. Most of them are Jim Kelly autographs that are going to my son. Who, by the way, absolutely loves Josh Allen and is all about Josh Allen. 10 times. All right, Chad, you get the Pacific and the Central. That's going to be Anaheim, Chicago, Calgary, Colorado, Edmonton, Dallas, Minnesota, Los Angeles, Phoenix, Nashville, San Jose, St. Louis, Vancouver, Vegas, and Winnipeg. Justin, you get the Metropolitan. That's going to be Carolina, Columbus, New Jersey, the Islanders, the Rangers, Philly, Pittsburgh, and Washington. Robert has the Atlantic. That is Boston, Buffalo, Detroit, Florida, Montreal, Ottawa, Tampa, and Toronto. Good luck. Oh, that's good. Just a pile of... it's ugly. Thanks. Thanks, Upper Deck. So slidey. It's good enough. Let's go. Let's do it. It ain't gotta get pretty. It's just gotta open. We'll kick it off with Dominic Turgeon, rookie for Detroit. That's the Atlantic, Robert H. Mr. Turgeon. There is a really great saber named Pierre. Some people may have heard of him. Only reason why I know how to say his name. Jordan Greenway, Minnesota. That is Central Chad. Urho Vankinen, Boston. That's going to be the ATL division. Robert H. Michael McLeod going to Jersey. That's Metropolitan. Justin. Exclusives out of 65, Brett Howden. Going to New York. Doesn't matter which New York, they're both Metropolitan. Low number hit. Here we go. How about Leon Draisaitl? Out of 99. Not too bad, Edmonton. AKA Chad. Dig it. Another one, but this one's out of 25. It's a UD canvas. Vankinen. Any Boston fans in the house? Alright, I am going to try to cut down on some of this time. Ryan says the Bruins rule. And Q says that kid is going to be awful. Interesting. Well, we'll have to see if he ever gets to play again. Michael Del Colli, out of 65, Metropolitan. Another low number. Miro Heiskanen. Dallas. That's Central Chad. One of the more difficult names in all of hockey, Jake Bean. Carolina. Metropolitan. Difficult name, difficult signature. Couldn't even finish the B. Made it an R. Maybe he wants to be known as Jake Green. Oh, this guy's kind of good. Chicago Central Chad. Out of 99, 69 out of 99, Jace Howard. Good old Jace Howard. For the Panthers. Florida, that's the Atlantic. Robert. Enjoy Jace Howard. Nice. I thought so. I was just reading his signature. Ooh, baby. He called it Wayne Gretzky. Chad. There it is. Well, Chad is cleaning up because he bought 2 spots, so he bought 50% of the entire league. When there's only 4 divisions, 2 spots is a big deal. Wayne F. Gretzky. Finally, we can unsully the throne with the great one. I'm sure Q wishes that was a Rangers card. Look at this signature. Hey, thanks, Lias. Appreciate that, bud. Sorry we had to interrupt your day of Pilates or whatever you do. That is neither an L or an A. But it's Q's card, so he can deal with it. You know what? I kind of feel like the Gretzky Whisperer. How many Gretzkys have I pulled in the last 4 months? It's got to be like 5 or 6 now. I mean, that's my second Gretzky of the week. If you think about it, it's my second Gretzky of the week. And this is the first one this week that didn't have a diamond embedded in it. Wow. Okay, out of three. Out of three for Minnesota. That would be Central Chad. The rookie, Jordan Greenway. How's that to end the show? Good old Wayne. Excuse me. Oh, goodness. I would say there's more than, well, there's two awesome hits, but there's a few good hits in there too. I wouldn't say there's 13 bad hits. But I mean, there was definitely two stunners. That's what I'm saying, yeah. There was two just lights out cards. But definitely not a bunch of bad ones. There's a couple of guys I don't know. I mean, I'll admit that. I'm not saying they're all good. But I would say there was probably two stunners, four good hits, and then the other 9 were, All right, I don't think I have anything else, and I don't even think I have anything else here that I can pitch to get open early. I think everything is scheduled that I have. Yeah, they are. All right, so I think that's it then. Let me double check to see if there's anything else I need to go over. I'm going to check my emails because I did send out emails for people with personals to see when they want to break them. All right, no emails. So I think I'm going to call it a week. All right, that's it. I'm taking a look. I don't see anything else that I can break now, and I don't have any emails. So, with that said, we're going to have a fun week next week. We should have substantially more personal breaks now that everyone is well aware that the personal breaks are up. Out of the 6 that I got today, I did 2 of them. Good stuff. All right, so, Bigfoot, Q, Hockey, Jeremy, Carlos, Greek, everybody, listen, have a great weekend. It was an absolute pleasure having you here today. The week was mostly fun. We seen some really big cards come out of this quarantine. So I say we keep it going next week. Every order in my house will be turned in on Monday. Yesterday, I showed a picture earlier, put in about 90 packages to be sent out. Monday, I'll be dropping off everything. There will be nothing in my home that doesn't belong here. So you guys should have everything within the next week. I appreciate everyone's patience. Last week's breaks were very big. This week's were a lot of division breaks, which makes it easier for me to work. So you'll see a lot of division breaks or low card count, high-end team breaks, just to make it easier to get you your items. Matt, you too. You have a great weekend. So everybody stay safe. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. We're getting close to that plateau. So it's only a matter of time before things get back to normal. There will be hiccups. But we are doing well and we are in the right direction. And I appreciate all of you for sticking with me and hanging out with me while I get to bring some breaking fun and some a bit of normalcy back to your lives. You guys are supplying me with some normalcy because I'm getting back to doing what I like to do. So I appreciate you very much. With that said, I'm gonna let you go. You guys enjoy yourself. Try to see if you can find yourself some esports to watch. Maybe play some games. PlayStation just gave away 2 really great games for free. So sign in and claim them. And enjoy your weekend. Take care, everybody. I love each and every one.